Like Crisis back, but not really. We're back with another episode. This is the PodBoyz Advanced podcast. It's a weekly podcast where we discuss the latest in gaming and toss in a little bit of whatever else we want to talk about. My name is Oscar. I'm joined as always by my co-host and best friend.
What's up? My name is Eric.
What's up,
I
Eric?
think.
Yeah.
I'm not Oscar yet, right?
No. You still your days are numbered, but you still got a few.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Just checking. I don't know, man. One day I'm just gonna. What's up, guys? It's Oscar.
I'm gonna get you one of those little LED progress bars and put it over your computer.
Okay.
So you know when it's time.
Okay. All right. I see you.
Or I don't know. Is it more like a perfect cell situation where like you'll just see me start to molt at some point? Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Oh, so you're just gonna straight absorb me?
You said it, not me.
Okay. First, you put me in a box. It's a weird, you like clear box. I don't know what the fuck you said last time. Now you're gonna absorb me. All right, shit's getting real.
I told you not to give me time. Anyway, impending doom aside, how you doing this week, man?
I'm all right. I am doing good, man. I'm doing yeah, my sister and her boyfriend, they went and got like these we went to Bevmo earlier, and they got these Crush cucumber sour beers.
Oh, okay.
I've never had one. They're not that great, but I mean,
I didn't sound great. I'm a cucumber man myself, but in beer, I don't know.
I mean, so it's not bad, but I'm just like, I don't know if I want to finish it.
Chilling on the bubbly life. Shout out Bubbly, sponsor
me. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I just mentioned it because I looked over at my water and it's just like staring at me like, drink me, but not really.
It sounds not great.
Yeah.
Sounds not great.
Anyways.
Yeah, man. What you been playing this week? Have you had a chance to get any gaming in?
Let's see. I've been slowly rebuilding my team in Pokemon. I've got a Jolly Dragapult.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm currently hatching a bunch of Dragapult eggs in hunt of a shiny guy. A shiny Dreepy. Yeah,
I've got a shiny, not shiny. I've got the Jolly one, and then my sister's boyfriend actually. Get this motherfucker's so lucky. He was just playing just in the wild area on the DLC island, and he's just chilling. Like he was looking for Dittos, and not once, but twice.
Mm-hmm.
A fucking shiny Scizor just like strolls into him, and then he's just like, "Oh look, a shiny Scizor." Twice.
I love shiny Scizor.
Can you believe that?
Dude, that's amazing.
So anyways, he was really cool, and he's like, "Well, I've got two of them. You want one?" And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, I want one."
Dude, hell yeah, you want a shiny Scizor.
So he went ahead and gave me he traded it to me, but before he traded it to me, he's like, "Oh, you know what? I got an extra metal coat. I'll just give it to you." So now I've got a shiny Scizor.
Dude, sick lime green Scizor, I think. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, it's pretty much lime green, but it's pretty cool. Let's see, I've been doing that, and I played a little bit of The Last of Us, not a whole lot, because most of my PS4 time this week has been consumed by the Iron Banner.
Oh, yeah. Lord Salad.
Yeah, Lord Salad is back. And this time, they had like a super quest, and you didn't have to do this long quest to get a weapon or whatever. It's just like, oh, just get 25 auto rifle kills and 25 sidearm kills, and here's your weapons.
Speaking of Destiny, let me cut you off for a second.
Go for it.
Just to throw my hat in the ring. Your boy, Chaboy made his return to Destiny this week, man.
Right on, hell yeah, dude.
I spent like 2 whole days playing that shit. Like, it roped me in like instantly the second I got it. I was browsing Steam because the whole Steam sale's going on and games are like dirt cheap at this
Mm-hmm.
time. And I was just scrolling and scrolling, and I see Destiny and it says free to play, and I was like, oh no, oh no.
That's right, because they're free to play now. They've got the what's it called? It's like something light.
I don't know. It was just said click here to install, and I did, and I kind of didn't look back for a couple days. And yeah, dude, I got through a good bit of the Shadow Keep story. I played through some of it on
Oh,
stream.
nice,
I killed Omnigul by myself on stream. It was
nice.
harrowing, but I made it through.
That fight is tough, man.
Dude, it is. It is. It's so fun though, man. That game, like,
Welcome back, sir.
it's Bungie, man, and the gunplay is just
Welcome
crazy
back.
good. Crazy good. I
Yeah,
wish
man. It's
I wish it was like 2021 so they could enable the crossplay. I mean, by that point I have a PS5, so it won't matter. But I wish
yeah.
crossplay was enabled now, basically, so we could
Mm-hmm.
play together.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be dope. But for now, you can just level up, get yourself up to level, and then once PS5 rolls around and the new DLC comes out,
Just hop in.
then we can hop back in and get on that grind again, dude.
Dude, speaking of which, this was actually my first time playing Destiny in full HD. When I used to
Oh.
have when I had my PS4, I still had my 720p TV. So I was running it like at full HD, and it was like I was getting like over 100 frames per second, which I usually don't care about, but like compared to how I saw Destiny before, like it was crazy. It felt like a big jump to me, you know.
Yeah, no, it is a big jump
Everything
because
looked insanely good.
I've seen that, dude. Even just going from, because my TV right now is 1080p, so it's just like standard HD. And then if I go to my brother in his room, when he plays Destiny, it's like he's got a Samsung 4K TV. It looks fucking amazing.
Those Samsungs are nice, man.
Dude, it looks so good. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was that much detail in this game.
yeah, I have myself an LG.
Those are good too, man.
Yeah,
Those are good.
it's really nice. I like well, my Xbox One X games look ridiculous on this thing, like absolutely insane.
Yeah, I bet, man.
But yeah, it's a good TV. Been thinking of upgrading it to a Sony for next gen, because I mean those Sony ones, like the OLED ones and everything like that, man. Oh,
Yeah.
they're good. They're a good chunk of money, but I mean it might be worth it with the PS5 and shit's gonna be pumping out.
Yep.
Speaking of which, man, Ghost of Tsushima is a couple of weeks away, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna drop soon. My body is not ready.
Especially because you haven't even gotten through The Last of Us.
Yeah, no, I'll probably be done with it probably by next week, or by the time Ghost of Tsushima rolls around, I probably will be done with The Last of Us. I don't think it's that long of a campaign.
I think it's like around 25 hours. I hear.
Yeah, and there's no like multiplayer in this one or anything like that. So I'll finish it.
Nice.
And just quick update while we're on the topic.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, hit us with it.
I'm still not signing that petition.
Still not mad.
Still not mad.
Okay. Hashtag
for the record.
Hashtag still not mad.
Yes, for the record. Hashtag still not mad.
Nice. Thank you, fireworks.
Oh yeah.
So my weekly nemesis for a couple weeks now have been these fucking fireworks, and the eve is upon us. It's 4th of July Eve right now, so I'm expecting like a full-blown like war zone out there. So
no, man, I think Fireworks Goku is not only just, I think he got Fireworks Vegeta to come to my neighborhood.
Oh God.
And shoot fireworks here, because they've been going off all week.
Got the whole fire squad out here.
Yeah, pretty much, man. As long as they don't send out Broly, I think we're good.
I think Broly's chilling hard in LA, dude. Let me tell you that.
Oh no, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
so my girlfriend's house is gonna be terrifying tomorrow.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, so I apologize. I'll do my best to edit as many of those guys out, but
Yeah, I mean, at this,
y'all have been warned, headphone users. The eve is
yeah,
upon us.
y'all, it's gonna be twice as bad this week because you're gonna be getting it from my side too. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm, I tried to. Everything is as shut as it can be in here. So, anyways,
But yeah, other than Destiny, I've been playing a lot of D games this week. I also hopped into that Divinity game that
oh, you
I've been
did.
talking to you about. I didn't cop it on PC yet with Fernando. I
Mm-hmm.
actually copped it on Switch because this company called Limited Run Games that makes limited runs of games that only release digitally. They released a limited run of it physically, and I went ahead and copped that.
Oh,
And the best
what?
part of it is it came with this a actual manual, a thick ass full printed color manual like back in the day with actual like descriptions about the characters and cool ass shit.
What the?
And dude, I made a innocent little tweet about it saying, hey, there's a manual in here with like a little crying emojis,
Mm-hmm.
and I tagged the company. They replied to me and retweeted it, and this was like on Monday. I'm still getting notifications now of people liking and retweeting that tweet. That thing like
Wow.
took off because
Nostalgia, man.
everyone loves manuals.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we if the boxes still have slots for them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why? I love
I don't get
manuals.
it, man. I don't get it.
But yeah, so that happened, and dude, if you get this game, you're gonna get super addicted.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like it's Diablo style. So like, top down
Oh.
type of dungeon crawler, but it's so deep, dude. It's so deep. And it's literally like playing through an Adventure Zone episode if you can like you like when you level up, you get all the constitution modifiers and dexterity and intelligence. Like you're literally playing through a D&D campaign yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
you recruit your own party members and all this stuff. Like it's super dope. I haven't stopped playing it since I picked it up. It's really good. Fernando warned me that it was addicting, and it is. You should totally check it out.
Nice.
He's actually on the hunt for a Switch himself.
Oh,
So
okay. So maybe we can all
yeah,
play on
so
that.
yeah, so maybe we'll all just cop it on Switch instead of doing the whole PC thing.
You know what I actually did start playing too, since
Hmm.
we're on this whole RPG talk.
Yeah.
Um, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh no, no,
D- It's
why?
it's actually not that bad.
Really?
Yeah,
I played it for a bit when I still had my PS4, and that shit was ass.
well, they did a lot of they did a lot of updating, and it doesn't sound. I mean, doesn't I said sound because fireworks, and it doesn't look and feel as bad as it did because I played the beta. The beta was just horrendous, and I just said never again. And my little brother actually roped me into playing it again. Like he went out and he's like, okay, I'm the only one that plays this, so he went and got me a copy, and I was like, okay, all right, well all right, you got me the copy, I'll play with you, and we
See,
started playing.
I do that. I'm the type to be like, here, take this game, play with me.
Yeah, so we started playing, and it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I remember. Like
Hmm.
there's a few new characters, a couple new characters, I think. There's it's everything's like super customizable, and there's like skill trees like in Diablo. So
Okay.
it's literally just an RPG, but in the Skyrim world. And
Like
from
a
what I
like an
remember,
MMO, you mean?
yeah, sorry, MMO. And it's just it's just not bad, dude. It's actually pretty fun. Like going out and finding some quests and doing some quests with your bros, kind of
I
thing,
mean,
you know.
yeah, I suppose. I guess I didn't play with bros, so everything's always better with bros.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. I did get a little bit more Wonderful 101 in.
Nice.
It's
How you liking that?
it's fun. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard because like it's difficult. It's hard because there's so much going on the screen at once
Mm,
that you don't really know kind of what's going on at times. So it's hard to see like where shit's coming from, but
mm,
you get used to it.
right.
It's fun. It's frantic and it's literally like nonstop action, just like nonstop action,
Mm,
like trucks exploding left and right, like skyscrapers coming down. You got to save some people, and then you got to fight a bunch of tank monsters, and it's crazy. It's a wild
wow.
game. Yeah,
That sounds wild.
it's crazy. Yeah, but other than that, I have still haven't willed myself back into Persona. Still still broken from the progress lot, dude. That nothing puts me off harder from a game than losing a bunch of progress, dude. I hate it.
Because
But
then you're just replaying what you already played.
hmm
Yeah,
so
no, I feel that, man. I feel that. I don't blame
so
you.
yeah, I'll get back to it soon. I'll get back to it soon. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week, man. So let's start to get into some of this shit, some of this news, some of these rumors and stuff like that.
All right, let's do it.
First thing we want to touch on is it's pretty much been confirmed that that sports titles next year. Let's see which ones in specific here. Yeah, so like the 2K series, they've already come out and said that PS5 and Series X games are going to be $70 for the sports games.
$70. Are they just bumping it up
They're just
$10
bumping.
because
They're just bumping it up $10,
do they want people to play?
dude. And it's especially like you could like people are making the argument that like with these like it's higher cost of development because games are looking more realistic and you need more people with bigger teams
I
and
mean, I
stuff like that.
guess.
No. I agree with you. I'm on the. I mean, I guess if that's your argument, fine, but especially not for sports games where literally it's the same game every year with an updated roster with like minimal changes. Like those are like if anything, those should be trying to go to like a I would say like lower the cost, free to play type of shit, and make you pay to upgrade like the seasons every time the
Mm-hmm.
characters do trades and stuff like that. Like that should be an update, not buy a whole ass game every year. Like, and now you're telling me you want $10 more out of me? Like, no, fuck you.
Well,
First of all,
not only that, but a lot of those games, like if you want to play um, like any PvP kind of thing online, most of those things are a lot of that stuff actually. It's like unless you're playing the game like Madden, for instance,
hmm
unless you're playing the Madden Ultimate Team like consistently, like every single day, and doing like every single challenge and every single thing in the game, unless you're doing that, you're not getting anything out of it. You're not getting all the good players. So a, a lot of that stuff is kind of behind a paywall, you know. So oh, you want
by the way, that's the same model for the Avengers game. Are you excited?
oh god, no, not
Mm-hmm.
no. Anyways, so that's the whole thing that I'm just like, why does it need to be $70? Because they're gonna make people, oh, you want the best team? Oh, we got all these exclusive 99 overall stats guys coming out, and you only gotta pay $20 to get your hands on one guy. You know,
I
you
hate
want the super upgraded
microtransactions.
LeBron James? Cool, give us $20, and then you get that and like a bunch of other weaker characters.
I
It's so
hate it.
stupid. And
Yep. And
the
that's how
worst
they
part is
get
that
you, dude.
people, but the
That's how
worst
they,
part is that
yeah,
people buy this shit.
dude. Like it's
Like,
candy or
yeah,
like
they buy it.
it's crazy, dude.
So that's what I feel probably is giving them like, I guess, like incentive for them to like
Mm.
keep doing that
You
shit,
know,
I
they're just
guess.
gonna buy it. Which I mean, let's face it, people are gonna fucking buy it. But like, that sets such a bad precedent because they're gonna do it. and everyone else is going to be like,
Mm-hmm.
cool, let's kick in the door with this $70 price. And goddamn, man, like when I was growing up, it was $50, $49.99, like GameCube games and stuff like that. And when it went
Mm-hmm.
to 60, I couldn't fathom. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
how this is betrayal of the worst kind. And
Yeah, PS3 and Xbox 360 games started going up close, like they started getting up there, $60 on release kind of deal.
yeah, and then I have a couple tweets pulled up here from the homie Shadow Fox on Twitter. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Shadow Fox. He has a YouTube channel too. He works in like the back end of like programming and developing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of went on a little rant, and he's just like, that it makes no sense because like cost development costs and cost per unit and stuff like that made sense back then because it was super expensive to make cartridges and stuff like that. Like the cartridges were costing a lot more money than
Right,
it does to produce any of these.
but
And
digital.
yeah, and all the games were running, they had to produce actual like chips with the games on them, like,
Mm-hmm.
and the entire game ran from that ROM. But and the Blu-rays, they have like 100 gigabyte capacities. They cost them like 10 cents to make.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but when you buy these games nowadays, it's not even all on the disc. You still have to download hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes of patches and day one patches and
Mm-hmm.
updates. And so what's the point of the disc even if the majority of the game isn't even on there? You can't play the game with just the disc. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, and also, he also made another tweet that says, and I don't want to hear this fuck shit about the development cost of 4K games, because he says PC doesn't have this problem and games have been running on PC for years. Like if you have a
Mm-hmm.
high enough graphics card, you can crank that shit up and play in 4K or higher even. And
Yeah.
their cost of development hasn't gone up. He says they're literally texture files that require more memory per frame, but you don't have to buy an entire new development studio or create a new engine or anything to develop these games. It isn't supposed to be costing anybody more. It's just uses more memory to get higher quality shit. But
Well, a lot of these games are running on engines that like other people, other companies created, you know?
yeah, like Unreal, like
Like,
everyone
yeah,
uses
they're
Unreal
not,
Engine 4, like so.
I
So
don't know, man.
yeah, so it's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna be happy. I don't think anyone's gonna be happy if this is like a for
Like a
sure
thing, like
thing.
$10 extra for all games now.
Yeah, like I'd pay a little extra for collector's edition from time to time, but like just like, hey, shoot me an extra 10, shake me down for an extra 10 just for a disc with no manual. Hell
Yeah, no
no.
man, no manual.
Yeah,
You don't get
you
that.
want those $10? Give me that manual back. Shit. Like, so I
Yeah,
don't
man.
know. What do you think? Are you pretty much agree? Pretty much
Yeah,
pissed?
no, I agree 100%, dude. Like, whatever, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
It,
like,
I really hope that all the new gen games aren't $70. Like, it's already like daunting. Like, some of the games, like on PS4, like I'll wait till it's like a deal day or like they're on discount or something to
hmm
download them or to go and buy them, or I'll just like go
and
buy
yeah,
physical used
and
copies at
you know what? And
GameStop.
that's probably gonna what's gonna end up happening. They're gonna start having shitty launch numbers
Mm-hmm.
because not only are people not gonna want to pay that price, but even now, uh, a couple of weeks after games drop, they're already 40, $30 sometimes, like as
Mm-hmm.
early as a couple of weeks after they drop. So at that point, yeah, why? Like we've been in some of these cases, we've been waiting development time of years for these games. So what's a few extra months to get it at a price you want? So
Yeah, exactly. So
they're just gonna have to. If people are smart, they're gonna start creating shitty launch numbers, and we'll see if they respond to that at all.
yeah, man, we'll see.
But yeah, man, that's gonna suck. But moving on from that, we can talk a bit about Crisis. Can it run Crisis? Talking about PCs and stuff like that. So Crisis Remastered was supposed to have a trailer drop earlier this week, and it was supposed to release on all platforms, including Switch. Can it run Crisis? Yes, Switch can run Crisis apparently. It looks damn good too from screenshots. But apparently, the day before the trailer was supposed to officially release, the Xbox trailer leaked out, and there was a lot of like people were kind of like, it doesn't look as good as we thought it was gonna look and stuff like that. Like like.
So it didn't run. It didn't run Crysis.
Yeah, it didn't run Crysis. It didn't run Crysis, and so there's kind of like buzz going around about that. And then the next day, when the trailer was supposed to drop, instead, Crytek came out and was just like, "Hey, Crytek or Saber? I don't know if it's the porting company or the actual company that made the game. They came out and said it, but they came out and were like, "Hey, so we're gonna end up taking some more time to release the game. We want to make sure it's super polished, so we're delaying the trailer and the game." So they didn't even release the trailer at all. They pulled the whole ass trailer, pulled the game from releasing this month, and now they're taking more time to fix it because apparently it could the Xbox couldn't run Crysis well.
Oh no, there's a leak. Quick, release better footage, quick, before we lose these people.
Basically.
Wow.
Quick, release the PC trailer, crank it up to high.
That sucks. But you know what? I think they're probably trying to avoid some like The Last of Us shenanigans.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the leak, and then people disappointed and like, oh, boycott this game, boycott it because it doesn't run at 4K speeds.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's gonna happen. But I mean, I'll probably cop it on Switch just for the meme, just for the can it run Crysis? Yeah, bitch, it can. You know? But I mean, I'll try it out. It's
an FPS, no?
Yeah, it's like a future, like one of the first like futuristic type of shooters where you had like special abilities and powers and shit like that. So
okay, oh hell yeah, I don't currently have
different
a first-person shooter on Switch, so maybe I'll cop it on Switch too.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten it yet, but I don't have any shooters on there, man. Feels weird. I like my shooters. My shooters and my fighters.
All right, so we can start moving on to Nintendo Direct. So earlier this week or last week, there was videos and stuff circulating around about how Nintendo had come out and said that they might be moving on from Directs in general and stuff like that. So people were all in a tizzy about that.
And yeah, I remember we talked about that briefly.
Yeah, and then this week, the internet completely did a 180 as it tends to do. And there's this guy named Jeff Grubb who created like this thing called Summer Games Mess as opposed to Summer Games Fest, where he has like a bunch of slots when shit's supposed to be happening and stuff like that. And he has like he's a journalist for a certain site, so he tends to have like certain information and stuff like that. So he knows stuff sometimes. And he had his whole list going, and then some other reputable leaker who had leaked the Nintendo Direct Mini that happened last time. That guy tweeted at him and was just like, "Yo, you forgot the Nintendo Direct in July," and everyone was like, "What? Nintendo Direct in July?" So now everyone's ablaze and a buzzing that there's supposed to be a Direct sometime this month
in July. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it would make sense because right now I think the last big thing that they have dated is the Paper Mario Origami King, which is this month. It drops the same day as Ghost, so that's
on the 16th, right?
17th.
Okay.
And so that's the last thing that's dated. So it would make sense, I guess, for them to line up a few more games or at least announce some more shit. So I mean, they could, like I said, probably come out with those. Like I said a while ago, come out and announce those Mario remasters. There's a buzz about like Pikmin stuff happening. I'm not a big Pikmin guy, but
Metroid.
And Metroid is back in the news. You know, a lot of the leakers that have been discussing stuff like that are using the word like, oh, this direct could be prime for surprises and stuff like that. So, you know, Metroid teasers are out there and stuff like that. And there is like Metroid news in general, too. It came out that that Retro Studios, the people that created the original Metroid Prime, and they're doing 4 right now. People dig into like their LinkedIn and stuff like that and find new hires and stuff like that to try and see what's going on. And apparently earlier this week or last week they hired on an ex Call of Duty developer. So they're building
Okay.
quite the team. They have like an old Halo art director on right now. They have this Call of
Oh.
Duty guy. So like they're kind of like pulling in kind of a dream team type of thing. They're stacking up the roster over there. So it looks like maybe
All right.
maybe they're gearing up for more of a bigger game than people anticipate, which
I
could mean it's
mean,
farther off than we think still. But I mean,
if they're
take your
gonna do a new,
time, man.
yeah,
It's
if
gonna
they're
be
gonna
worth
do a
it.
new Metroid, they
New
gotta
Metroid
get it
Prime.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, because if they don't, it's gonna be the fucking Last of Us scandal. You know what I
Dude,
mean? Like
and
that's like the
Metroid
fucking
and
fear
Metroid
now.
already had its Last of Us scandal with Metroid Other M. That game tore apart the Metroid community. It was like a Last of Us situation. It
Yeah.
was a very weird, not traditional Metroid, and like what got people was like it was super narrative heavy with Samus, but like it made Samus look terrible. Like she was like just like obsessed with like following the command of this Adam guy, and like it was just like the word like people dragged the storyline like crazy. Same thing as Last of Us. So trust me, Metroid already went through that. I don't know if it can handle that again.
Might not survive after that, dude. Another hit like that, not good. It's not good for your players. It's not good for your company.
It's just the internet is so annoying, man.
No, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, so I'd be excited to see a direct. Obviously, I wouldn't be mad. So what do you think, man? You think it might happen? You think it's about time? You think they're moving on from them?
From the Nintendo
Hmm.
Direct, I think it's a. I don't know why they would get rid of it. I think it's a good way to keep hype up for
Yes,
games.
especially because like everyone's. It's such a good idea that all the other companies are starting to like adapt it and do their own thing now. So like,
Yeah, we got like
why if it ain't broke, you know?
yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to just up and stop. I
Hmm.
mean, companies will do what they want, but
Yeah,
I don't
like
know,
I
man. I
said,
just think it's
it's yeah, like I said, it's like a carrot on the end of the stick for the community at all
right,
times. It always has the
right.
hype going. It always creates buzz. It always creates conversation. It's like marketing
It's good.
gold because
It's
it's
good
all yeah,
marketing.
it's
Yeah,
all engagement. You know, everyone's always like foaming at the mouth for the next one.
yeah.
So
And now, especially now that like content creators are like so heavy into like content creating,
oh yeah, dude, like
So it's
minutes
like,
after it goes up, you know, or even during
yeah,
live reactions and shit like that. You know, like
exactly. Yeah. So it's just why would they not
yeah,
keep doing that?
why
It
would you
doesn't
kill
make
that? Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Anyways, I think it'd be a bad idea to get rid of it. Maybe they realized that and they're like, guys, maybe we shouldn't stop doing it.
Call up the boys down in the direct lab and cook one up, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
Send it to the boys in the lab.
The lab.
Yeah.
There's always a lab.
There's always a lab. Always a lab. Oh, but yeah, that's pretty much the Nintendo Direct stuff. We can start moving on to some other stuff here. We can briefly touch on this Smash Bros. And fighting game community
Oh,
debacle. Like, I don't want to get too into it. Like, that shit makes me sick to my stomach.
it does the same to me, man. All right, let me just say, we here at the PodBoyz Advanced do not condone any of that shit. Like, that's not right. Like, that's fucked up.
Listen, guys, we have a lot of fun here, but
Yeah. No, and I know, like, last week we talked about playing Smash. We actually did play Smash right after the podcast.
good games, by
And
the way.
yeah, those are good, man. You're pretty good with Ness. And anyways,
Mm.
so we love fighting games. I love fighting games. And to be honest, like, I was thinking about doing the whole Evo Online thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now that all this information like surfaced, like, fuck that, dude. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with Evo. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude, because like it started off with like really big names in the Smash community, like the biggest of which being Nairo, which is like he was huge, man, like huge following, huge, like he was part of one of the biggest teams and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then it escalated further, apart from players, apart from commentators or whatever people involved in the tournaments. the whole ass CEO of Evo.
Yeah, man. Yo,
So
like, y'all need
throw
to get some help.
throw the whole ass community away at that point, man. Like that's insane. Like
It's just disrespectful. Not
it,
only, like, just in general, dude. It's just fucked up. Like,
yeah,
the
but
whole situation. Like,
I mean, I guess it's important that it's happening at least, though, so because change can hopefully finally happen
no, yeah,
if it
definitely.
can, like
Yeah, no, I'm like those
keep on
people.
coming out, keep on speaking out. Like those people are super strong. Like those victims that came out, like damn man, it takes a lot of courage, and like that's the only
It
way
does, yeah.
that's the only way shit's gonna get done. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man,
So
so that's been a whole shit show, but yeah, we do not condone any of that shit. Get that
we,
shit the fuck out of here. It makes us sick.
yeah, we don't want anything to do with them, and we're not going to have anything to do with them. Just wanted to clear the air on that. I mean, to whoever does this, then like that's fucked up.
Yeah,
So
got help.
yeah.
But yeah,
So
man.
let's move on.
Yeah, but keeping it since we did play Smash. Did you try Min Min at all? Did you buy her or try her out?
Oh, dude, I forgot that
You just
she came
completely
out.
forgot about her.
Yeah,
I actually didn't pick her up either, to be honest. Like I just haven't. I knew I wasn't gonna have the time to play, especially because I got sucked into Divinity.
yeah.
So I
Oh
haven't copped
man,
her,
I totally forgot about that.
but I definitely want to. But
Hey
yeah,
man,
we got a few
when
good
you
matches in last week.
yeah, when you cop Min Min, let me know. We'll cop her at the same time, and then we'll have a Min Min v Min Min battle.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
let's do that. I'm down with that. I'm down with
little
that.
mirror match.
I'm with it. I'm with it. But yeah, man, we had some good matches last week. Eric has a pretty strong buy list going.
Mhm. 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 Yeah,
Like
I don't think. Did you beat me a couple times with Ness
oh
using
yeah,
Byleth, right?
a couple times. Well, no,
Yeah.
I think I beat you using Zero Suit twice, and then I beat you once with buy list. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, you
Good.
weren't kidding, man. Props. Like I did not expect like you to just because I beat you with all those other characters you were playing.
Oh yeah.
But
Because like Joker, like I choose a lot of characters that I can rack up a lot of damage with, and then I don't
Mhm.
know how to kill. Basically, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah,
'cause they have weak like Joker. He's good at killing when you have the persona or sent out.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
other than that, it's really hard to get a kill in,
Mhm.
even at high percentages. So
Yeah.
that always fucks me up. But and
Yeah, it's just kind of the same thing with
and
Zero
then
Suit.
I think I beat you a couple times with I think I beat you once with Hero too.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got me. You got me.
Yeah, so with Hero as well. But yeah, you asked for it. You texted me. You're like, bring your boy Ness, and I was just like, all right.
I did, dude. Like props, man. Prop. Whooped me pretty good with Ness. You're
Yeah, dude.
good.
I kind of don't let people breathe when I play Ness. It's kind of
Yeah, that
annoying.
just stupid little lightning bolt shit shenanigans you do, and
just
just
PK Thunder, yeah, all over the stage. It's pretty crazy.
yep.
But dude, good games, man. We definitely got to play some more.
Hmm.
Definitely get better if we play each other, because those are fun matches.
Yeah, man, I agree. We'll do that again soon.
Nice. And moving on, we can touch a bit on Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and it's about time, isn't it?
It really is about fucking time.
So apart
When did the last Bandicoot come out?
so apart from like obviously a couple years ago when they did the remastered Insane trilogy, let's see when Crash 3 came out. 1998.
Holy shit.
Yep, so it
Was that
is
22 years ago?
basically 22 years ago since.
Wow. Wow.
So the Bandicoot's back. There's a couple trailers. There's a couple trailers out, a gameplay trailer, and then just like the cinematic one, the story one we watched earlier.
Hmm.
And do you see what I mean, everybody? That was not. They were just rolling.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, there's a pretty cool story trailer. It looks obviously insane. Toys for Bob is developing it. They're the ones who did the remaster for Spyro and stuff like that as well. So it should definitely be good, man. It looks super crazy. They got like all sorts of crazy new masks and power ups and stuff going. It looks like, It looks like at some point you can play as Dr. Neo Cortex, which is insane, and like
Yeah, that's really cool.
the story's pretty cool, man. Like about how he obviously they blasted Cortex back into like the prehistoric era, and like he's just like, you fool, all you did was give me time, you know. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I think that's a pretty cool way to bring it back, you know.
Yeah, that's a cool comeback. It
I'm
looks like,
excited.
judging by that like little trailer, it looks fun, dude.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be like tough as shit, like all the other Crash games too, though. So, but it's always fun to run through those like insane ass platformers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, there was kind of a bit of controversy that was cleared up a couple days after, which is kind of good. See, I like that we record this podcast on Friday because a lot of the times a lot of crazy shit will happen at the beginning of the week, and it'll be like, oh my god, the world's on fire, and then like slowly over the next couple of days, like more info
kind
will
of cool
trickle
off.
out. It'll be like, oh wait, it's actually like this. So I feel like we get to talk about things after they've like settled and digested a bit. So that's pretty cool. But some box art or some shit had like, or something in the code, or someone had found somewhere that it said like that a line somewhere said that they're going to be in-game transactions
for Crash.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? At the end of the trailer, they did have something about skins.
Oh, I didn't see that, but
yeah, it was like a short little thing. It was like, oh, get the whatever skin for the two characters, and it had Crash and it's a sister, right, in the game?
Yeah, it's a sister.
Yeah, it had Crash and her like dressed up in like this like weird attire.
Yeah. So people like, or the internet, obviously, the internet is like the ever-present third member of this third co-host of this podcast. You know what I mean? So the internet rears its ugly head with its torches and pitchforks, and it's like, microtransactions and Crash. Which, actually, I was actually on board with the mob this time. I had my Molotov cocktail ready to throw it into Activision's window, but then Toys for Bob came out and was just like, whoa. There's not going to be any crazy microtransaction purchases at all. Like, none of that. Everything in the game can be unlocked and earned through gameplay and stuff like that, blah, blah. But I guess there is going to be skins and stuff like that.
If there are any kind of microtransactions, I would imagine they'd be like, oh, if you want to buy this cool skin, you can buy it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be, you can earn, or maybe they'll have that thing where like you can earn the stuff and play the game over and over, or you could just buy it.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be, I'm okay with that. When it's, okay, you know, here's my reasoning. Here's my reasoning for this. Think about, like, because sometimes there's like certain items in games that you just cannot attain unless you play like thousands of hours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like if it's something like that, and if it's like something harmless, then, and it's like, okay, you can pay to get to this point, or you could just play the game, you know?
See, I agree, but that's the problem. That's like the gateway drug, and then like, and that's how companies get you. It's freaking it staring at you from the grate, saying, "Hey, Georgie, come here. You don't have to pay for that golden gun. Come here. We all have golden guns down here, Georgie." And then they rope you down there, and then it's just like, pay me to play your game. Pay me for energy. Pay me for... and it's just like, pay me for the Drake dance in Destiny. And like, oh man, it's how we got to this point. I feel is like people start justifying it like that, and then it's just like, maybe a little more. Well, maybe a little more.
Yeah, no, I agree. You're right. You're right. But like, it's things like, okay, for instance, you brought up the Drake dance in Destiny. For instance, all right, in Destiny, you just came back to Destiny, right?
Yes.
Your hunter was probably at super low light level, correct?
He was indeed.
So Destiny gives you an option, and they give you one. You could do it with one character where you could upgrade up for free, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because that's how it used to be. I don't know if they still do that. But they also give you another option where you can spend the silver and get to a level where you're not dying, so you can play the DLC. You know what I mean?
Jordan will have to pry the silver from my cold dead hands. Right?
But okay, well, that's fine. Like, but what I'm getting at is like, there's some people that just are casuals, and they don't have all that time.
Casuals,
Yes,
casuals.
casuals. So they don't have all that time to just sit there and grind these levels out. You know what I mean?
I
Especially
suppose.
like in a game where in Destiny, where like you have to literally be playing the game consistently to keep like leveling up. The
Hmm.
grind is hard. The grind is tough. So if there's an option to get to a point where you can not die all the time, why not? In that sense, I'm like, okay, it's not overpowering you, it's not game breaking, it's just getting you to the point where you can actually play the game.
I suppose. I
You know,
guess. I
things
guess
like that.
I
Things
can
like
see
that
it. I
is
can see it for like the busy working man who wants to play himself some Destiny, but like,
things like
ah,
that. I'm okay with. I'm
I
okay with
guess.
that kind of thing. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that kind of. But yeah, see, I'm okay with that. But you're right. When it's like, oh, just pay and get everything. It's a very, I don't know, man.
By the way, you know the episode name is "We All Have Golden Guns Down Here, Georgie."
uh,
But they clarified that they're not gonna have any of that shit. But I also don't trust it because while Toys for Bob is great and I love them, this is also Activision. And Activision
mm,
said the exact same thing about the Crash Team Racing release last year, or
hmm
two, yeah, last year. They said no microtransactions. They didn't have microtransactions at launch. All the reviews came out. It got super high reviews. It was super great. After all the reviews drop a couple months later, boom, they plug in a whole microtransaction market.
We've all got golden cards down here, Georgie.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. That's how they freaking get you. They are literally Pennywise the damn clown.
Yeah,
But
I get that. I get that. But to me, if it's cosmetic and you're paying for cosmetics, fine. You want to be the guy with all the crazy ass cosmetic upgrades and pay all that money, fine. You can be that guy. You know what I mean?
I
But
guess.
if you just want to play the game, if you just want to play the game, you don't care if you have a wolf head or whatever. Like, screw it. You don't need that.
I guess my problem is when the wolf head and all that, and like the lightning around your head and your whole body being on fire, when you can't get that in the game by playing your fair share of hours and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I get
That's
that. Yeah,
like
I get that.
because I am old and I come from an age where 100%ing a game and like doing all the extra shit meant you got all that cool shit for doing
hmm
all the shit, and that was stuff that you already got with your with $50 back then purchase, and now we're paying $60 and I'm not getting all the content because you want me to pay extra for other shit that I should
Yeah,
be
no,
able
no,
to
for sure, for
get by
sure.
100%ing the game. So
Yeah, no, I get you. But like I said, there should be. I think the cutoff for me
mm-hmm.
is where like you said, like, oh, I can't get all this shit unless I pay for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for a game like Crash, if you can get all this stuff in game, or you could just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna pay for it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. You could still get it in game. You could still go that route. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. It's it's money hungry, grubbing, eating. Like we live in that age, man. You know what it is though. Like we live in that age where everyone is just like, I need it now, instant gratification. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah. Capitalism has turned people into gremlins, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, we can move on from crashing the microtransactions to our final topic this week is we can talk a little bit about Xbox. So obviously they have their event scheduled for sometime this month. It was supposedly rumored for a while that it was going to be early July, but that's not looking like it's going to happen anymore because it looks like a date was leaked and it's looking more like it's going to be July 23rd in particular. Very
Okay.
specific leaks and people are kind of all in consensus about it, so it's going to be a little bit later in the month. But we do have that to look forward to. A bunch of first-party games, including Halo. We can see a bunch of the new stuff that all the studios that they've been buying over the years are cranking out. They also confirmed third-party stuff, so we'll probably see some Cyberpunk there. Who else? Who knows what else we'll see.
Okay.
But what's super cool is that I don't know if it's for this event, if it's gonna happen like as a time with the event or as a separate thing. They're also doing this tie-in event with Summer Games Fest where they're going to be bringing like a huge number of demos just available for Xbox. I
Mm-hmm.
think they said like almost 60 demos, and it's not even going to be like your traditional type of demos that drop like after a game's already out or right before it drops.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's going to be just like games that aren't even going to be out for a couple years, like stuff you would play at E3, like alpha builds and beta builds and stuff like that, of like
That's pretty
games that are still
cool.
pretty far off. So since they're not having like a show floor and stuff like that, looks like they're uh, being super cool about it and actually making all those demos that we would otherwise not get to play. They're gonna make them available. That's super exciting. For once, it's a win for to have an Xbox for once. So I'm gonna be playing some demos later on this month, man. So I'm excited to see what they put out because possibilities are endless. They're gonna be maybe next gen type of games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they might not be as good as like they're gonna be next gen, but you'll get a taste.
Hey man, I have an Xbox One X. 4K is good enough for me right now. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool, man. You don't like that's definitely a cool thing. Like that's one good thing about the Rona times that like it's kind of forcing change things the way they do things, you know. So now
Mhm.
since
Mhm.
Evo is not gonna be a thing, like um, is it Evo?
E3
E3. Why did I say Evo?
because we talked about it earlier.
Okay, okay.
We got
So
Evo
since
on the brain,
yeah, I know. Since
unfortunately.
yeah, I know. So yeah, since E3 is not going to be a thing, then being able to give players access to that, like remotely,
Yeah, especially because like even if E3 was still a thing, like it's not the
people can't
best.
get there.
It's not the best thing. Like not only can you not get there, but if you get there, it's so packed, so full of people. The lines are so long. You're waiting all day to play one demo when there's hundreds of games you want to try out and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
it's especially from people with experience, content creators that I've listened to, and like people like my cousin who I know has gone himself. Like it's more like just the hype of like I went to E3 more than it is like it's good to go if you actually want to go play some shit and like look at some cool games. You know, like it ends up
Yeah.
being more of a hassle and more of just like a claustrophobic mess type of thing. You know.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a good upgrade, I think, in my opinion. It's a good way to get more people involved, more people hyped for what you're actually doing.
Yeah. Because like it like even when you did have the live streamed events and stuff like that, and like they show people on the show floor playing games and like they show like them playing stuff, like it's never the same as having it right there in your hands and playing it yourself, you know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's definitely gonna get people more interested in like in games. It's gonna get people more hyped and like looking forward into like smaller projects, especially I think, you know what I mean, stuff that doesn't get the big spotlights, the big reveals. But if hey, you can play a good chunk of it that was like, supposedly E3 exclusive before this, then hell yeah, dude. People are gonna play your game. People are gonna be in.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they'll have some cool stuff that you could download on that and play some cool demos and get a feel for what's coming up.
Yeah, dude. I might do a video on the channel about it. See what happens there. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated here on the podcast with any cool demos that drop and everything.
Hope.
Yeah, but that's pretty much gonna do it this week, man. Nothing too crazy, nothing like that. But I mean, we're always playing stuff, so we always got stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
thank you to everyone out there who's listening. Thank you to everybody who's sharing the podcast. Thank you to all the subscribers. Shout out to our 26 subscribers. We're still pushing,
Hey.
still growing. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Shout out to all the homies on YouTube as well. Um, Make sure you check us out on Spotify and stuff like that if you prefer audio. I know a lot of people prefer like Anchor's cool and all, but nothing beats Spotify, especially and stuff like that. People like Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and stuff like that. People are already paying for these subscription services, so why not just throw us on there? You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
if you prefer audio, we're on all sorts of audio podcast spots. Anchor puts us on, like I said, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. a bunch of random ones that it throws us onto. Make sure you check out the channel, YouTube. I mean, I don't have the URL yet. I always do this, but yeah, just type in Knife Life Media, you'll find it. Cool little icon of like a purple and black Switch Joy-Con. That's us. The podcast comes out every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So keep it locked there. Make sure you guys subscribe and like and comment and all that. I'm pretty good at responding to all the comments and everything like that. We have a Discord if you want to join it, PodBoyz Advanced. Follow us on Twitter at PodBoyz Advanced. I'm on that thing all day, so hit me up on there. But other than that, that's pretty much gonna do it for us week.
All right.
Alrighty, so we'll check in with you guys next week. See what else pops up. See if that direct rears its head.
Yeah, and just disclaimer: next week we will have to introduce microtransactions into the podcast.
Yes,
we are really poor, so
and we all need golden guns.
Everybody gets a golden gun.
But anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next week. My name is Oscar.
I'm Eric.
And we've been the PodBoyz Advanced. Thank you so much for listening.
Buy the golden gun.
Later. Stay away from the clown.